We're here at the FAI National Training Centre. The boys have a couple of bumps and bruises, but we should be looking good for the games against Switzerland and Slovakia.
We travelled after the draw, obviously with the manager and John Delaney, some of the security staff, and obviously done a recce on it, as you'd expect. There was good options then for the training camp, and everyone was in agreement that Ford was a good option, and it is. So yeah, everything's good to go. I think it's been a strange few months now. We've been waiting for these games to come about. Obviously, we're getting closer to the competition. We now have to focus on preparing as well as we can. Everyone's had some nice plaudits over the last few months. The players, the manager, myself, but it's now time to focus on actually going over there and having an impact on the tournament. But the preparations is well and good, and the hotels are great, and the facilities. But again, we just got to go over there and perform as best as we can, and hopefully everything is and will be in order.
What do you think whether form can be, do you think it can be just switched on? Because you look at Belgium, for instance, I know you've seen Eden Hazard close up, and you know the likes of Benteke's maybe suffering, Company could be out injured. Belgium probably looked as one of the more daunting teams in the group. What's your thoughts on them now?
With all the teams, without overanalyzing, with all the teams we're coming up against, they have whatever players out of form or in form, and it's about peaking at the right time. You know, even some of our lads, if our lads aren't pulling up trees at the moment, it doesn't concern me too much, because there's still a number of months to go, a couple of months to go yet. So it's about peaking at the right time, and sometimes at the end of the season, one or two players will have a bit of, the players you mentioned for Belgium, they'll have a week or two to recharge the batteries. So, and what they have, even when certain players are having a dip, they'd still have that real quality. So don't think for 1 minute we're rubbing our hands going, well, there's a few Belgian players having a dip in form. It doesn't work that way, because I'm sure if you speak to any of the international managers we're coming up against, they'll have good options anyway, and that's up to himself. Just like our own point of view, one or two lads here who might be getting regular games, we know that when we come together at the end of the season, just to refocus and get ready for a massive 3 games in 8, 9, 10 days. And so I wouldn't be too worried about looking at the Belgians and the Belgian players at the moment going, well, he's had a dip. That can change very quickly, because when you have quality, that quality is always there, and you can still turn it on.
Just the Wales manager Chris Coleman has said he's banned partners from the squad camp for the duration of the group games. What's the policy for the Irish management team?
I'm not sure. I don't know if we've banned any WAGs yet. I don't know. No, I'm not sure. To be fair, we've not discussed it. I think the manager mentioned it last night in the meeting. He'll have a look at that close to the time. If there's families nearby, Martin, listen, we're working with the senior team. We treat them like men. Treat them like adults, and if there's opportunities for the families to come and visit, I think that'll be open to the players, and as long as obviously it's not silly when it's 2 or 3 days before a game. There's a time and a place for everything, but if we need to remind anybody, we're going over there to try and do well in the tournament. And from my own experience, when I've been away, my family haven't been too keen to meet up with me, so it's every family to their own. Everyone, sometimes they're glad to see the back of you. So I don't think it'll be a problem for our group of players. As I said, we've got a lot of experience, and speaking to one or two of the players, they're now, listen, we're going over there to do well in the tournament, and family holidays and visiting people at hotels, well, that's no big deal. But as I said, Martin treats them, we give the players decent freedom, and we treat them like men, and they obviously have to respect that, and they have done since we've come into the job.